All right, all right, all right, all right. We live, we live, we live, we live. Right. Happy blissful day, everybody. We're so happy to be here and to doing another live for you guys, just to answer all your questions. And we always enjoy this,
Oh,
isn't it,
yes,
baby?
of course.
And it's absolutely amazing, an absolute pleasure. And to start it off, we just want to start this off with one of our favorite songs that usually put us into the zone, the mind frame, and to the wish fulfilled. It's a beautiful thing because it just keeps us focused, knowing that everything is sorted. We already have all our um, desires now, and it makes us feel peaceful, at ease, calm, and most importantly, blissful. And it goes like, we extremely
Extremely wealthy
wealthy now,
now.
we
We
extremely
extremely wealthy
wealthy
now.
now, and
And
so
so successful.
successful,
And
and
so
so
successful.
successful.
Enjoying
Enjoying
endless
endless
bliss
bliss
now.
now,
Enjoying
enjoying endless
endless bliss
bliss
now.
now,
Now
now
and
and
always.
always,
Now
now
and
and
always.
always.
We
We extremely
extremely wealthy
wealthy
now.
now, we
We
extremely
extremely wealthy
wealthy
now.
now,
And
and
so
so
successful.
successful,
And
and
so
so
successful.
successful.
Enjoying
Enjoying
endless
endless
bliss
bliss
now.
now,
Enjoying
enjoying
endless
endless
bliss
bliss
now.
now,
Now
now
and
and
always.
always,
Now
now
and
and
always.
always. We extremely wealthy now,
We
we
extremely
extremely
wealthy
wealthy
now
now, and
and
so
so successful.
successful, and so successful.
Enjoying
Enjoying
endless
endless
bliss
bliss
now.
now,
Enjoying
enjoying
endless
endless
bliss
bliss now,
now. Now
now
and
and
always.
always,
Now
now and
and always.
always. All right, okay. So that song is so powerful because remember, we are constantly thinking, and those thoughts actually, give us our beliefs. So if you could replace your, like, your automatic thinking, or just sometimes you just find yourself like zone out and you don't even know that what you're
We're
doing,
on
and you constantly,
autopilot.
yeah, your autopilot, yeah.
Mhm.
Like we all have these thoughts that are on autopilot. So if you can replace it with that empowering song, you'll find yourself sometimes just washing dishes and that song will pop in your head. Or you'll find yourself being in the shower and it will pop in. Or even waking up or sleeping and it will pop
Mm.
into your head, which is so awesome, right?
Yeah, I mean, the past few days, I know I've had one song stuck in my head the whole time, like an old school love song.
Mm,
But then also like these songs, you can take essentially any of those earworms they call it that play
mm,
again. I mean, like today you had the one we made a song with the tune of Happy Birthday,
yeah,
and you were humming that one, and I thought,
yeah,
why is he humming Happy Birthday? But it wasn't Happy Birthday; it was
yeah,
a remix of said song.
yeah.
And so it's an amazing tool to create your own songs, and
Hmm.
that way, yeah, it gets stuck in your head, but it's something that's affirming that, oh, I have my desire now. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so blissful. I'm so happy. Isn't it wonderful? It's
yeah.
an amazing tool to use.
Yeah, and I mean, we will share the happy birthday tune song that we made as well with you guys. Um, so how does it go again? And we so
Deeply
deeply
in
in
love.
love.
We
We
are
ex
blissful
blissful
millionaires.
millionaires.
We
We
are
are
blissful
blissful
millionaires.
millionaires.
We
We
are
are
blissful
blissful
millionaires.
millionaires.
And
And
we
we
so
so
deeply
deeply
in
in
love.
love.
We
We
are
are
blissful
blissful
millionaires.
millionaires.
We
We
are
are
blissful
blissful
millionaires.
millionaires.
We
We
are
are
blissful
blissful
millionaires.
millionaires.
And
And
we
we
so
so
deeply
deeply
in
in
love.
love.
We
We
are
are
blissful
blissful millionaires.
millionaires.
So you see, these are the kind of things that always ring in our mind, that's on autopilot,
Mm.
because you constantly thinking. You might as well, replace those thinking
Mm.
just with a nice song that's according to your desire or your self concept.
Mm.
So we just wanted to share that with you guys because it's absolutely powerful. And so the first question is, how do you change your self concept? How do
Mm.
you shift your self concept. So if you guys have any questions, you can just post it at the comments, below, and then we obviously will have a look at it and we'll answer all your questions. So the first question is, how do you change your self concept? So number one, the first step is to be very clear. You want to actually be very clear in what it is you want. So because if you're not clear, you're not going to know where you're going. It's like you going to the grocery store, and I ask you to go and buy the stuff, and you get to the grocery store and you're like, what stuff? And you're like, and you give me a call back, you're like, yo man, you didn't even tell me what. Just give me clear instructions what to buy. So similarly with your self concept, you have to know exactly what it is you want to manifest, or what do you want to become. So number one is clarity. The moment you clear, and the next step is you have to believe that you are already it. So for example, if my self concept had to be a blissfully happy married man, so I'm clear that, okay, I'm a blissfully happy married man. I have to believe that I am that man right now. So what that means is I now have to respond from this new mindset, from this new version of myself, right? And how do you do that? You ask yourself, okay, now that I am the blissfully happy married man, what do my family say? What do my friends say? What do people on social media say? How do I wake up? How do I go to sleep? What do I do during the day? How do I dress now that I'm a blissfully happy married man? So when you ask yourself all these questions, you'll get go deeper, and it will actually have you feel the feelings of feeling how it is to be a blissfully married man. And the moment you get the feeling, the moment you feel into the feeling, that's what you want to now remain faithful to. And how you remain faithful to that is by gratitude. You express your gratitude that you are now the blissfully happy married man every single day. And what will happen is your reality will then start to change according to what you now expressing gratitude within. Because remember, your external reality is like a mirror. It simply reflects what's happening within you. So in other words, your external reality shows you what self-concept you have right now. So if you're not sure what your self-concept is, all you need to do is have a look at what results you got yesterday, last week, and last month. That will tell you exactly where you are right now. Now, if you do not like what you are receiving on a daily basis, you can change it right now.
Yeah, for me, one of the biggest things that people would say, okay, so you pick what you want to manifest, you become that version, and then just live from the end. And to me, that was the most confusing part. Just live from the end. I thought, what do you mean just live from the end? Especially when I thought it out logically, because sometimes can be quite a logical thinker. And I thought, if you become that blissfully married person, you're not going to go on dates with people because you're married. You're not going to go out and try to, open up opportunities to meet someone. Or if someone approaches you, then you say, no, no, I'm married. It's like, but what if that's your person? Like, it didn't make sense to me until we broke it down into more, it's almost like feel from the end. It's okay, how does it feel now that you have your partner? How does it feel now that you're blissfully married? How does it feel? What do people say to you in imagination? Like living from that space, not your literal actions, but what is that feeling? Because at the end of the day, a lot of times our manifestations, we desire these things, but it's more the feelings that we want. All the time we ask our clients, okay, so what do you want to manifest? And they'll say, a partner or financial freedom or anything like that. And we always say, okay, why do you want that? And it's always a feeling. Oh, but I want to feel happy. I want to feel blissful. I want to feel free.
I want to feel fulfilled.
Yes. And so it's always that feeling. And so that's where living from the end comes into play, because you embody and feel that feeling already. And that's what makes the manifestation come through. So it's almost like feeling from the end, to me, makes most sense, or I can
Yeah.
understand it to say, okay, if I am, for us, if I'm a millionaire, how does that feel? I'm not going to go out today and buy a Ferrari because I have millions. No, but I'm going to say, okay, how does it feel? What do people say to me now that I'm a millionaire? How does it feel to be a millionaire? How, things like that, not those little actions, but the feelings, because really it's the feeling that we're after in our manifestation journey.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And if you unable to feel what it is to actually have your desire or to be your new self version or your self concept, rather, all you need to do is just ask yourself, okay, now that I have $100,000 in my account, how does it make me feel? And you just wait. What'll happen is you'll get images in your mind and you'll also start getting feelings as well. So maybe you'll get, oh, like, well, I feel free. I feel, happy. I feel abundant. I feel like I can now do whatever I want to do, however I want to do, whenever I want to do. So that implies, freedom. So, and when you now do get that feedback from yourself, you're like, just hone into that and then ask yourself, okay, so what is the sensation? What is the sensation? Maybe like peace of mind or, you know, joy or happiness. And you just express your gratitude for that. You express your gratitude for that. And when you do that every day, your reality will start to conform towards what you've expressed your gratitude within. And the most important thing is to remain, faithful, because you have to understand your current self concept has been created since you were born. Since you were born. So for you to change your self concept now, it's not just going to change just like that. It is a process, because if it was easy just like that, then everyone would have been able, to do it. So the reason why you may have had challenges with trying to manifest your dream desires is because you have not changed your self concept yet. Because um, unfortunately, you cannot bypass your current self concept. Let's just say, for example, your desire is to manifest $100,000 and you are currently earning $10,000, right? If you do not change your self concept to the person that is now earning $100,000, you can forget about it. It's not going to happen. It may happen once, but it won't happen continuously, because you are still thinking like a $10,000 person. And you cannot outperform your current self concept. You can't. You have to first change your self concept to the person that is now earning $100,000. And once that is done, and then you'll be able to consistently earn $100,000 irrespective of the circumstances, because that's how manifestation works. Everything that you see, that you perceive right now, is simply an echo, as Neville Goddard says. In other words, it's a projection of consciousness. So, in other words, it's an effect and it's not a cause. So, that's why you're able to manipulate and even change reality in real time, because it's malleable, right? So, everything that you perceive is not fact. It doesn't mean anything. You can literally change it right now. You could be in a restaurant having fun and you could tell yourself, wow, this is the best experience I've ever had. It's like just like a movie. I've never experienced anything like it. And then you will start seeing that things will change and it will even get better. you know that's the cool thing, because consciousness is the only reality. right? And this that you perceive right now is only a projection of consciousness. So, in other words, it's like a copy of consciousness. Consciousness is within, this is without. So, if you want to change your life right now, all you have to do is just go within and change it, and the outside will change automatically.
Yeah, I just want to touch back on feeling, because I think we often get asked, how do I feel the reality? Or they say, oh, I can't feel the reality. It's not easy for me to feel the reality of it. And for some people, it's very easy. It's, it's natural
Mm,
to them just to feel it. And I think that comes with, as we grow up, we don't use our imagination as much.
mm-hmm,
And I think that's essentially the main reason why. And so, when it comes to imagination, think about your dreams. When you dream at night, it feels very real.
mm-hmm,
You don't realize in that moment usually that you're dreaming. You
mm-hmm.
don't realize that that's what's happening, but you feel the intensity of it. Or if you're running, you can feel like you're running. You feel the wind. It's a very real space, and that's how the same works with your imagination. When you go into your imagination, it feels real. You feel the reality of it.
Mm,
Or the other way that can help you to feel is to almost do it by proxy. So you say, okay, I want to feel free. Okay, so you can go back to a time in your life where you did feel free.
yeah.
Or you think, or if you want to feel love, we always say, okay, so think of a family member that you really love and care for. Maybe it's a parent or a sibling or someone that's there, or a
Or,
best
or
friend.
even a pet as
Yeah,
well,
or a pet.
or a plant.
Think of, something that you really love. So if you're trying to feel love, you're like, I can't think, just think of that person, and that feeling comes up and you say, okay, this is the feeling of love. Okay. And so it's almost by proxy
Yeah.
that you can feel those feelings that you've been longing for. And then that way, from then on, you can tap into that feeling through that experience.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you don't need that experience anymore, because you can tap into that feeling on its own naturally.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And it's such a good way. There's like a lot of different, tools and methods that you can use just to harness, the feeling. Because the moment you're able to capture the feeling, the moment you're able to feel the feeling, whoa, Bob's your uncle. Because then what all you need to do is just remain faithful to that feeling.
Mhm.
That's all you need to do. And then your reality will then start to change, which is a beautiful thing. Because if you start remaining faithful to that feeling, you should start seeing movement in the first 3 to 4 days.
Mhm.
Sometimes even the first day, right? But you should start seeing movement because, as Neville Goddard says, signs follow, they do not precede. And as you know, that you are the operant power. So you actually create the signs because the moment you accept your desire to be a true statement today. So, for example, if you accept that you are blissfully, happily married now, and you accept it as though you accept your name, and if you tell someone, oh, my name is Gabriel, that's a fact. You know that it's a fact. You just know it's a fact. And if you say the same with your desire, the same knowingness and authority, man, boom, that's a done deal. Or like the example that we usually use, when you buy stuff on Uber Eats, or when you order in Uber as well, or you buy stuff on Amazon, the moment you've put out your request, you know that it's a done deal. You
Mhm.
don't you don't hesitate. You don't you don't worry.
Mhm.
You don't fret. You don't like, oh, is it coming? Oh, you just know it's a done deal. And then the next thing you know, you just hear boom, boom, or you get a notification saying that it's done. You just know. So the exact same thing you want to apply for your manifestations, your desires, and most importantly, obviously, for your self concept. And like we said, that self concept is it's a process. It's not that simple. It's not that simple to actually change, because how we were programmed since we were born. Because when we were born blissful, joyful, happy, loving. I mean, think about yourself when you were a kid. You were always free. You were always in awe. wonder,
Mm.
playing around, joy. And then you started going to school and started going to maybe any religious institution, and then society started to shape how you actually think, how the world is supposed to go. And now you all of a sudden forgot how to daydream, you forgot how to be in awe, you forgot the childlike wonder. And now you just program, all you do is just think, and you never take a moment just to like look up at
To
the
feel.
clouds and to feel,
Mm.
right? So that's why it's like almost we have to unlearn what we've been taught since we were born.
Mm.
But the beautiful thing is, it is possible, as you can see with us. I was emotionally unavailable. I never knew how to love. Never. I went to psychologists. I always look at other people. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? Why is it that I cannot have a romantic relationship? I just want to be happy. I just want to be in love. I just did not understand why, for the life of me, I couldn't have what I saw in the movies and what I saw in other people. But I never knew that I had to change my self concept to the person that is now happily in love. And when I found out that, when I learned about that from Neville Goddard, wow man, it was my entire reality just shifted from night and day. I was like, that's what I needed, because you have to understand, I seeked help. I Googled, I read books, I, worked with, some coaches as well, because I just wanted to, because I was so successful in all areas of my life except for love. And I just did not know what was wrong with me, what was going on. And if the psychologist had to tell me, you know what, Gabriel, you just need to change your self concept, man, because there is a version of yourself right now that is happy in love. All you need to do is just shift how you see yourself right now, how you view yourself, and what you believe to be true about yourself right now. That's what you have to do, Gabriel. Boom, out of experience, love, true love back then. But however, I'm grateful obviously for the psychologist, because she did what she knew what to do. But when I discovered Neville Goddard, that's when everything changed. I was like, oh, that's why Neville Goddard says, when you change your conception of yourself, your entire world will change automatically. Do not try to change people. They are only messengers telling you who you are. Revalue yourself and they will confirm the change. That's such a bold statement, man. That's a freaking bold statement. Neville Goddard says, yo, you just need to change your self concept and your entire world will change. It's such a powerful statement. And when I did that, when I changed my self concept from the person that was im- uh, um,
Emotionally
yeah,
unavailable.
emotionally, thanks, baby, emotionally unavailable to blissfully, married, blissfully married, everything changed. I mean, now we enjoying endless bliss.
Mhm.
It's just like a movie. Every day it's getting better. And wow, man, like sometimes it doesn't feel real, but I know it is real because of our self concept. Sometimes it's like, wow, baby, it's just, I mean, I can't explain it. You guys have to experience it. But what I can say is it is possible. If you want to experience true love in your current relationship, or if you want to manifest true love, it is possible, because both of us, I mean, in our past, we did not experience this, what we experienced
Mhm.
to people. Eh? Well, you want to talk about that for a little bit, baby?
Yeah, I think the main part that I just want to mention is that aspect, like you said, of sometimes once you do get your manifestation, right? You've shifted your self-concept, you with your dream partner, you have your thriving business, or even if you see movements to say, oh, I've met someone and it's exciting, or I think one of the biggest ways to sabotage yourself is to say exactly that it's too good to be true. This is too good to be true.
Mhm.
And sometimes we say it as like, this is so great, it's too good to be true, but you don't necessarily mean it. But even just saying it, or maybe you do mean it, that, wow, this is too good to be true. It's like, I don't know about this.
Mm.
It really can sabotage your manifestation or sabotage all the work that you've done, because you've been working on yourself, working on changing your self concept, using imagination and feeling. And now you're saying, it's too good to be true.
Mm.
And now you, maybe subconsciously or consciously, are looking for reasons why this is not true.
Mhm.
You're looking for reasons why this relationship, even if it seems perfect, no, it's too perfect. There's something wrong.
Mhm.
And just by saying that, you imply that there is something wrong. And you will see something wrong start to show up in your relationship.
Mhm.
Or if your business, all of a sudden it's booming, you're like, this is too good to be true. And again, you open up that opportunity for things to not be true
Mm.
because you're saying it's too good to be true. This is not true. And it will crumble or
Right.
start to put holes in your manifestation. And so, even after you have it, even after you receive that thriving business or that new car or that relationship, whatever you're trying to manifest, to stay faithful to that.
Mm.
Because if I can share, Gabriel wanted to manifest a relationship. And so he manifested a relationship and it came to be. But the self concept hadn't solidified yet. And so
Mm.
that relationship for him was not fulfilling. It wasn't as pleasant. It was just a relationship for the sake of a relationship,
Yeah.
And so I think it's very important to, even after you have your manifestation, even after you have your thriving relationship,
Mhm.
that you remain faithful to that idea. That's why we always say, how does it get better than this?
Mm.
And so that opens the door for things to get even better than they are today.
Yeah.
Or we always affirm endless bliss, endless love. And so even though we already have that, it's
Mm.
just affirming that, because it's not something we want to lose or to take for granted, or to say, wow, we have such a relationship, like it's too good to be true.
Mm.
And therefore it could get lost one day, because our self-concept is always shifting. We're always changing and evolving and growing. And we never want to lose what we have right now, the base of it, but we
Mhm.
always want it to allow it to get better. If that makes sense?
Yeah, sure. I think the most important thing to take from Kylie is that all you need to do is just live in gratitude. So
Mm,
if you receive your manifestation today in the 3D, you want to continuously express your gratitude for it,
yeah.
right? So, for example, with us, I've received my manifestation. I am blissfully married to my beautiful wife. But every single day in the evenings before we go to bed, I express my gratitude for our blissful marriage,
Mm,
our endless honeymoon, and for my beautiful wifey.
mhm,
I do that every single evening. And in the morning, I do it as well.
mhm,
And so, because when you express your gratitude, you are saying that you are like, telling yourself, or like some people say, the universe, that, oh, okay, I'm grateful for this. And what happens is, when you express gratitude for something, you actually get more of that. Think
mm,
about your partner, think about your boss, think about a friend, think about any person that you in a close relationship with. When you are sincerely expressing your gratitude to that person, what do? They end up doing more. Think about your boss. If you express sincere gratitude to your boss, what does he do? He tends to give you more. Your partner,
mm,
what does your partner do? They tend to give you more. Exactly the same with when you express your gratitude to the awareness or consciousness, which is our true identity. The awareness, your true identity, or whatever you want to call it, the universe or God, gives you more. So, gratitude basically just say that you are prosperous right now and you are fulfilled, because you don't want, you already have. You do not
mm,
want, you already have. So, in other words, you do not live in lack,
mm,
but you actually live in abundance and you're constantly grateful. That's why, you know what I did? I even got a tattoo, yeah, that says thank you. Now, that tattoo, I've had it for like 4 or 5 years. So whenever I see thank you, I just express my gratitude from head to toe. And I really mean that. And after that gratitude session, it takes me like 1 minute. After that, I feel like $1 billion. I feel so amazing because I now feel so whole, so fulfilled. I feel so abundant because I'm not in lack. I basically tell myself I already have everything I want. It's just so, gratitude is powerful. That's why I always share with you guys, if you're trying to change your self concept, all you need to do is express your gratitude that you're
Yeah.
already that new version right now. Or if you're trying to manifest any desire, just say thank you that you have it right now. You do that every single day, you will see your life will change like night and day. I wish more people would actually share this, especially the coaches out there. Not a lot of people talk about it, but I think this is so, so powerful, and I've used this principle to manifest my beautiful wifey and to take my telecoms business from 300,000 to 1 million with gratitude.
Mhm.
So it's so powerful, man.
Yeah, I
Okay, do
think
you have
it's
any
one of
questions?
the best tools is gratitude and appreciation.
Mm,
Because if you think about, if you get a car and you get it, it's not like, oh, yes, I have it. And now you're not going to treat it right or take care of it. No, you need
mm,
to do an oil change and get the tires done. And, there's maintenance and upkeep that you do on the car. If you just
mm,
get it and say, okay, now I have my manifestation, now I have my car, and what's next? And you're going to manifest the next thing. You neglect that very thing that you wanted all along.
mm,
And so if you just appreciate that,
mm,
express your gratitude, it's going to serve you in the long run, and it's going
mm,
to become even better, even more blissful, even more
mm.
amazing. Every day there's
Yeah.
opportunity.
Exactly. And also remember that we are not only the name, we also not only the body, because you don't say your nose, your eye, your lips, your hands. And we also not the thoughts and the feelings, because we can become aware of the name, the body, the thoughts, and the feelings, right? Now, that awareness is infinite and it's limitless. So that's our true identity, or you can say consciousness or spirit, or scientists call this the field. So now that is who we are. So consciousness or the awareness is having a human experience through Gabriel and Kylie and you. But the reason why it gets better every day is because our true identity is infinite and it's limitless. That's why our relationship gets more blissful every day. Why? Because we are infinite and we're limitless, but the human experience can only take so much. So every day, our true identity gives us more and more and more and more, and it never gets old. It only gets better
Mm-hmm.
and more and more and more. All we need to do is just get out of the way and allow the awareness to dance or to play through us. That's all we
Mm.
do. So we just have to get out of the way and say, how does it get any better than this? What else is possible?
Yeah,
How does it get any more blissful than this?
it's like when you go to the gym, right? Like if you want to lift just maybe 200 pounds,
Mm,
if you go, you can't lift 200 pounds right away. It's going to overwhelm you. And it's
mm,
that same way with bliss. Like if you were to have infinite bliss, infinite love, infinite joy, like it would just overwhelm you. You wouldn't be
mm.
able to handle it.
Yeah.
So instead, like when you go to the gym, each time you lift a
Mm,
little bit more, and you build it up, and you can go beyond your goal.
mm.
And that's the same with bliss. It's like, okay, here's a little bit today. Okay, here's a new bliss today. Here's a
Yeah.
new joy today. Here's a new
Mm,
version of love today. And every day it just opens you up more and more. And it is that infinite, endless bliss, love,
mm,
joy, whatever it is that you're seeking, whatever that feeling is that you're after.
mm,
Every day, if you ask for it, if you're
mm.
open to it, it will come to you.
Yeah. And it's very important. I like what you said, baby, that the fact that it is endless, it is
Mm.
infinite, and it is limitless. So, in other words, it will never get bored. But the
Yes.
most important thing is also to remember is we are having a human experience. So it's very important for us to love our human self. It's very important for us to forgive
Mm.
our human self. Because remember, you are experience this abundant and blissful life with this vessel. Now, this vessel we call the human experience. So you want to look after it. You want to forgive it, you want to appreciate it. You want to accept it for what it is right now. You want to have compassion. It's very important to have compassion. And you also want to express your gratitude for it. So that's the reason why we always express our gratitude from the top to the bottom for our human body.
Mm.
We hug our body daily. We kiss our body daily because when you forgive yourself and you accept yourself, and you appreciate yourself and you have compassion for yourself and you have gratitude for yourself, you are telling yourself that, okay, it's safe. It's
Mm.
safe for the new self concept to now show up
Mm.
because you are no longer judging yourself. So, in other words, there is no resistance.
Mm.
There is no resistance within you because you accept yourself for who you are. And most importantly, you love yourself. So when it comes to manifestations, it happens effortlessly and easily because remember, you have now created the safe space in the vessel for the awareness to dance through you and to play through you. And that's how the manifestations are actually how they show up.
Mm.
That's how they show up.
Yeah, I think as human beings, change is always a bit uncomfortable.
Mm,
Even if it's something great, like when I went away to university, I was
mm,
like, hey, it was a bit awkward and uncomfortable, but I knew it was a good thing.
mm,
Or when I went to South Africa, same thing. It was like, oh my gosh, this is such a huge thing, but I know this is good for me.
mm,
And it's the same with our self concept because we've been used to a certain way for so long.
mm,
Even if it hasn't been as pleasing or it hasn't been as desirable, even
mm,
if we know that this change is going to allow our manifestations to show up, we can,
mm,
finally live the life we want. It's still that process of change and it can be very uncomfortable. And so, as Gabriel said, when you tell the body, like, no, I love you, I appreciate you, this is safe. It's safe to change, it's safe to become this new version. Then you get rid of resistance. Otherwise, it's almost like we're so comfortable in that discomfort
mm.
that we'd rather stay uncomfortable than try to go through this uncomfortable process of
Mm.
changing to become the better version of ourselves.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so powerful just to when the moment you actually understand the different relationship between the awareness, which is our true identity, and the body as well, because that you are infinite and limitless and you're perfect, whole, and complete. But at the same time, you're still having a human experience. And the human experience will fall, it will be sad, it will cry, it definitely is going to, you know, have experiences that are opposite from, love and bliss and stuff like that. And that's just the way it is. But you have to obviously acknowledge that for what it is, and most importantly, to have compassion. To have
Mm.
compassion to yourself and say, you know what, it's okay. You fall, but I just want to let you know, Gabriel, I love you, man. I love you so much. Let me give you a hug. Let me give you a hug. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you for still being here. Thank you for still being here to actually allow me to have this experience. Not to be hard on yourself and like, you do it again. Oh, you're so gullible. You're this, you're that. No, just
Mm.
have compassion to yourself and tell yourself, you know what? I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you so much for this experience. Thank you that I'm still here.
Mm.
Thank you that I'm still here. So, what you're doing now, you're creating that safe space for your body, for the human experience. And now you're allowing those manifestations to happen effortlessly. And now you don't have to worry with all these techniques and all this, uh, 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 stuff that supposedly supposed to happen, quickly overnight and all that. No, you now know that it's a done deal. Like when you order Uber Eats, when you order Amazon, when you order pizza, The moment you put your order through, you know that it's a done deal. You don't worry, you don't fret, you don't look for hacks, you don't look for, oh yeah,
You
you
need a
know,
technique for your
techniques.
pizza
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
come.
You don't have to worry about all these techniques. You know it's a done deal. Why? Because you're so safe within yourself. You love yourself, you appreciate yourself, you know. So this human experience is very, very important. Yes, we are God, but we're having a human experience. And it's very important to appreciate yourself, love yourself, forgive yourself, have compassion for yourself, and most importantly, have gratitude for yourself, you know?
Mm. Yeah, we used to, even our old understanding, we said, okay, you're not the name, the mind, the body, but you are the awareness, your God, your consciousness. But that was only half true because that made us almost become in conflict with the human experience. Whenever we'd have moments of doubt or, things that would go against, we'd be like, no, you don't have the right to say that, self. Like mind, you like fight against your mind and you talk badly about your mind. But when we realize that no, you're not just the name, you're not just the mind, you're not just the body, and you're not just the awareness. You're all of it together. It's that all-encompassing experience that we get to live out in this world, the entire being that we are.
Mm,
And that's what creates cohesion within ourselves. We're not
mm,
fighting against our mind to think a certain way, but
mm,
we're working with our mind to think a
mm,
certain way. And we're not fighting against our feelings, but we're working with them to feel new things.
mm.
It's the awareness and that human experience that are working together to manifest these things.
Exactly, yeah.
Otherwise, you create a conflict, you become your own resistance.
Mm,
And that's what people
mm.
say, oh, why am I experiencing so much resistance? Or how do I
Yeah.
get past resistance?
Mm,
It's appreciate yourself, love
yeah.
yourself, bring the
Mm,
awareness and the human experience together. And
mm.
that way they work in cohesion and everything will happen so much smoother because there's no
Yeah.
conflict.
That's so powerful. Thank you for sharing that, baby. So powerful. And think about this, guys. The reason when you order Uber, whether that's the ride or Uber Eats or Amazon, you trust. You trust that it's a done deal. So, in other words, you trust in yourself at that moment. But when it comes to manifestations and our self concept, we do not trust ourselves. Now, the reason why we do not trust ourselves is because we don't love ourselves. Now, the reason why you do not love yourself is because you do not appreciate yourself for who you are right now. You expecting yourself to be someone else, but what you need to do is you have to appreciate yourself right now, and you have to say, Gabriel, I love you right now. I don't care what society say. I don't care if society says you have to be big or small, yellow or pink, brown or red. I love you as you are right now. And if you appreciate yourself as you are right now, you're going to start feeling safe within. You're going to start feeling the love, within. And so just to quickly go to Lioness, for sure, 100%, we will do another video to give you a step-by-step guide on how to actually manifest your specific person in marriage and everything. We will definitely do that. And so we about to end, but what I want to say is that, guys, in order for you to manifest any desire, more specifically, for example, if you want to be lovingly married or blissfully married with your specific person, it's very important for you to understand that that version of yourself exists right now. So there is a version of yourself that is now lovingly married or blissfully married. All you need to do is shift your self concept to that version. And when you shift your self concept to that version, you will see that your external reality is now going to show you evidences of your new version. And in what, and as we said right at the beginning, in order for you to do that, you have to remain faithful to your new self concept. You cannot be wishy washy, do it today and forget about it tomorrow. You have to remain faithful to it. It's very important. And the process can be fun. I mean, with
Mm.
how we work with our clients, it's a fun process.
Yeah.
We make it fun because manifestation is a fun process. It doesn't have to be work. You've always been manifesting since you were born. So we tap into your natural abilities, how you've always manifested, and
Mm.
that makes it so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the very first time that Gabriel introduced manifestation to me. It was just small things. Okay, imagine a heart on the car or a bird there sitting on the ledge. And it was fun, like, oh, wow, there's it.
Mm,
But then it does seem that as you keep manifesting or you manifest the big things, it seems like, oh, now it's so much effort, it's hard. And we just made a video about how to make manifestation fun again,
mm,
because it really is such a fun process. You
yeah,
can
it's so much.
create the world that you want to live, the life that you
Yeah,
desire with the people you desire to live. It's amazing process. It's fun. It sounds like a superhero could do it.
yeah.
But instead, all of us have that natural ability to do it.
Mm,
And so yeah, to me, it's just the most amazing thing to be able to share this with you, with our
mm,
friends, our family, our clients, like
yeah,
that this is our natural way that we're supposed to be.
yeah,
We're supposed to be manifesting because we do manifest every day. So why
yeah,
not use it to your advantage and create the life
yeah.
that you want?
Yeah, our natural ability or our natural birthright is to be blissful. And bliss
Mm,
simply means joyful.
yeah.
And joyful just means you're at peace.
Mm,
You're happy, you're at love within yourself, with life. You just, at peace. Think about when you were a child. You were always blissful, always joyful. So similarly with this, and we're supposed to be blissful and abundant. So our pleasure is just to share that with you
yeah.
guys, that that's why we always say happy blissful day, blissful beings, because we all blissful beings.
Yeah.
We all blissful beings. And no, thank you so much for everybody for being here with us. We appreciate all of you. We love you. Thank you so much. And also, we do offer free discovery calls as well. If you're ready to change your self concept, we will help you. And but we also have a lot of other resources. You can do our free 5 day self concept challenge as well. You can download our free guide. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Mm.
But thanks again so much, guys. We will do this again, and enjoy your blissful day and keep smiling.
Thank you.